Hi, I'm Carly Glennon, and this is my final video reflection for effective oral communication. Now that it's the end of the semester, I would definitely say I'm much better at public speaking. I'm more confident, and I'm more comfortable when I'm put in front of a crowd. I would say that when you watch me speak in front of people, I'm definitely more personable, I'm more conversational, and I think a lot more of my personality shines through. For the very last speech, the group speech, Mr. Spencer even said in our group rubric that my speaking abilities have increased a lot and that my personality really comes through when I'm speaking and that you can tell that I enjoy what I'm speaking about. I would say when it comes to fears, I definitely still have some fears when it comes to public speaking, but not as many as I did in the beginning. When I first started the class, one of my biggest fears was actually embarrassment. I was afraid that I was going to embarrass myself in front of my peers when I was giving speeches. I think that this fear relates with a lot of people because a lot of people are afraid of putting themselves out there and embarrassing themselves when they're giving speeches. However, once you overcome the fact that you are the master of what you're presenting, and if you mess up that you just have to keep continuing, you realize that embarrassing yourself isn't really a big fear and it shouldn't get in the way of your ability to speak publicly. So after I got over that fear, after a few speeches, pretty much after the informative speech, I was able to present a lot more comfortably and a lot better in front of the crowds. I would say I still have a little bit of anxiety when it comes to public speaking, but definitely not as much as I had in the beginning. In the beginning, in my insight journal, in the very first take-home assignment, I said that I had slight anxiety when it came to public speaking. But now that it's the end, I would say I have very little, if any at all, anxiety when it comes to speaking. In the beginning of the class, I categorized myself as a mediocre public speaker, but now at the end, after all of my speeches that I've given and all of the reflection I've gotten from my peers and from Mr. Spencer and from all the lectures in the class, I would say that I'm an advanced or skilled public speaker. I feel like I can talk in front of any audience and feel comfortable in what I'm doing. And I think one of the biggest things is that in the beginning, I was kind of glued to my note cards. I would use my note cards as a crutch and I would use the slides. But now I kind of use the slides more as a cue. I see the slide and I speak more impromptu about it so that I don't feel like I'm just set on saying certain words from the cards. It helps me speak a lot more freely, and that also makes me look a lot more confident in front of the class and it makes it seem like I know a lot more about what I'm speaking about. I think everybody should take a course like this sometime in college. I think it's very beneficial. I think speaking skills are something that everybody should have. It doesn't look good just in the area of public speaking, but it also makes you look like a more confident person. And confidence is a big area in the business world and in any career, definitely. I think a confident person just looks like they own the room, and it definitely looks good for any type of job. So I think it's important that you take a speaking class sometime in college, and I definitely think it's benefited me a lot.